This is one incident that clearly shocked the country. One of the favorite celebrity couple families have an armed intruder inside their residence. A week later, however, the mystery is still deepening. Looks like it's still not clear what exactly happened on that fateful night. Three versions have emerged. Remember the initial version, for example, when he was rushed to the doctors, that was it the elder son, Ibrahim, who drove him to the hospital. Then a version came that he was rushed in an auto rickshaw driver, but who accompanied him. The doctor's version said that when he reached, it was with him, one of the two boys, the elder one, and possibly a staff member, and how Saif Ali Khan walked in like a lion despite profusely bleeding. Then comes in a medical report on admission that says that there is one friend written as Afzal Zaidi who had brought him to the hospital. While there have been more clarifications and statements coming in, looks like that there is no one coherent statement or a timeline that is surfacing in this case. India Today trying to piece together the puzzle. This is at a time when investigators are going ahead with the case as well. Vidya joins me live for the latest on that. Vidya, good morning. Let's go one by one. Tell us first about this medical report puzzle. Who accompanied him, who rushed him to the hospital, and why these differing versions? And can you just put it in perspective for us now?
Actually, Pooja, if you look at it, there is actually not much of a difference. It is very clear, as the doctors had said, and also as the auto rickshaw driver too had said. He kind of corroborated the statement given earlier by the doctor, saying that was he, there was a lady who stopped the auto rickshaw, asked for someone to be brought in. In that auto rickshaw, there were three people sitting in. One was Saif on the extreme right of the driver, behind him, and in the middle was the son, Taimur, and right next to him was someone he didn't recognize, but we were told later that it was Hari, an attendant, a staff member of the Saif residence. So, of course, these three were the ones who took Saif Ali Khan, who very conscious at that time. He walked into the hospital, as the doctor said, did not really need a stretcher, did not really, there was a stretcher that was called for, but he didn't take it. He walked in like a lion, as the doctors had described him, if you remember. And then, he actually signed all his consent forms as well. There was a consent form for, anesthesia and consent form for the operation as well, which was signed by Saif himself. But of course, because, as Pooja, you mentioned earlier, we all have that 3 a.m. friend, who we can really bank on and call at any time. And, that person was probably called by Saif or the family members. He arrived there. And around 4 o'clock is when he signed that form of being admitted. Saif was admitted later. So that probably was signed around the time when Saif was already in the operation theatre. And that's why he couldn't sign it himself. But he has already signed other forms. So, there is actually a very coherent narration here. But then, of course, as it always happens in most cases that we have seen, there are different versions that, keep coming in. But if you look at it, there is a corroborative, statement that we see across this entire narration regarding Saif Ali Khan admitting.
Vidya, I do have one question here. It's important because the police custody of the accused also ends here, and the aspect that is coming in, the father from Bangladesh has been speaking up as well. How are the investigators piecing all of this together? Eventually, it's a puzzle. It will have to become a watertight case. A lot of questions emerging in this case. So Saif Ali Khan recovering well, good to see. But a lot of questions on the probe. So how do you think the investigators are going ahead now? Are they talking to people beyond the family, whether to medical experts, people around? What are you picking up on that?
Well, the biggest issue here, of course, which everyone has been questioning, Pooja, is with regards to the look of the accused in that first photo that was released, or even subsequent photos. If you look at it, the person, not many people are questioning as to the person, the accused was being arrested, does not look like the person who was seen in the CCTV footage. But you have to remember, Pooja, that the CCTV footage was very grainy. It was not of a very high quality. Secondly, the camera can be deceptive, it can lie. But then there are circumstantial evidences which the police is very sure is with them, because they have taken about 19 to 20 fingerprints from various locations, and they are saying that it is matching with that of the accused. So obviously, probably one or two places it might be accidental, but at 19, 20 places where, fingerprints have been lifted, those are actually quite, in fact, statements. Remember, now the Mumbai police, has to also make sure that there is a, identification parade that is done. Remember, there is an entire procedure of identification parade wherein at least 10 people will be lined up together who look like the accused, and the staff members will be brought in one by one, and they'll have to recognize who the accused is,
Okay.
and which is the reason why this identification parade is a very important part of the entire
It also
trial.
shows,
That
Vidya,
will be
isn't it, that, because Saif and Kareena are so much well-loved with regard to how they've been film stars, and also with regard to the family, it's garnered so much more attention than otherwise it usually would do.